Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Learn Mathematics again. So today we will do section C of the 10th class mathematics question paper. Each question of this section comprises of 3 marks. So let's start with its question number 27. So our question is, divide the given polynomial minus 20 plus 71x minus 31x square minus 24x cube by 3 minus 8x. So let's start doing this. First of all, we have to write the given polynomial in its standard form, both the polynomials. So polynomial is minus 24x cube minus 31x square plus 71x minus 21 by minus 8x plus 3. So first of all, we have to make minus 8x as minus 24x cube. So multiply it by 3x square. So it is minus 24x cube. Then 3x square into 3 is 9x square. So we will simplify it. So we will get minus 40x square plus 70x minus 21. Now multiply minus 8x plus 3 by 5. So we will get minus 40x plus 15x. Then we will get 56x minus 21. Now multiply this divisor by plus minus 7. Then we will get 56x minus 21. So we will get the remainder 0. So question number 28 is, if 4 is a 0 of cubic polynomial, this find other two zeros. So given polynomial is fx is equal to x square minus 3x square minus 10x plus 24. So given is 4 is the 0 of this polynomial, so it means x minus 4 will be its factor. So and fx is divisible by x minus 4. So we will divide this polynomial by x minus 4. So we will multiply it by x square, then we will get x cube minus 4x square. Then simplify it. Again we are left with here my x square first term. So multiply it with x square minus 4x. So again simplify it, minus 6x we get its first term here. So we will get minus 6x plus 24. So remainder is 0. So therefore this can be written as x minus 4 into x square plus x minus 6. Now we have to find the zeros of this x square plus x minus 6. So we will solve it by splitting its middle term. So minus plus 3x minus 2x we will get only x, and multiplying it we will get minus 6. So this is x into x plus 3 minus 2 into x plus 3, we will get x minus 2 x plus 3. So two zeros are 2 and minus 3. So let's move to question number 29. This is in a flight of 600 kilometers, an aircraft was slowed down due to bad weather. Its average speed for the trip was reduced by 200 kilometers and time of flight increased by 30 minutes. Find the original duration of flight. So let the original speed of the aircraft is x kilometer per hour. Then new speed will be x minus 200 less हो गई due to bad weather. Duration of flight at original speed was 600 by x hour. So duration of flight at reduced speed will be 600 by x minus 200 hours. So therefore we will get the equation 600 by x minus 200 minus 600 by x is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. So simplify it, we will get 600x minus 600 into this x minus 200 is equal to x into x minus 200 divided by 2. So which implies we will get 1,20,000 is equal to x square minus 200x divided by 2 after simplifying this. So we will get the quadratic equation x square minus 200x minus 2,40,000 equal to 0. So we will solve it by splitting its middle term. So we will get x minus 600 into x plus 400 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 600 and x equal to minus 400. So speed cannot be negative. So the original speed of the aircraft was 600 km per hour. Hence duration of flight is 600 by x hours. So we will get 600 by 600 are equal to 1 hour. So let's move to now question number 30. If the point C minus 1, 2 divides internally the line segment joining A to 5 and BX by in the ratio 3 and 4, find the coordinates of B. As point C minus 1, 2 divides internally A to 5 and BXY in the ratio 3, 4, therefore by using the section formula we have, we will write the coordinates of the midpoint here on the left side, and here we will write m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 and m1 by 2 plus m2 by 1 by m1 plus m2. So we will put the values here and then we will simplify it. So we will get minus 1 by 2 is equal to 3x by 8, 3x plus 8 by 7 and 3 by plus 20 by 7. So we will here compare the x and y coordinates of this equation. So here x coordinate is minus 1 and here x coordinate is 3x plus 8 by 7. So we will equate it, and y coordinate also. So we will simplify it. We will get 3x plus 8 equal to minus 7. So 3x is minus 15. It means x is equal to minus 5. And 3y plus 20 by 7 is equal to 2. So we will get 3y plus 20 is equal to 14. So 3y is equal to minus 6 implies y is equal to minus 2. So therefore coordinates of point B are minus 5 and minus 2. So let's move to question number 31. In figure we have given angle D is equal to angle E and AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. We have to prove that this triangle BAC is an isosceles triangle. So we are given that angle D and E are equal. It means these sides AD is equal to AE are also equal. So also we are given AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So we will take reciprocal of these two. So we will get dB by AD is equal to EC by AE. Now we will add 1 to both the sides. So we will get here dB plus AD by AD is equal to EC plus AE by AE. So we will get dB plus AD is equal to BA from this figure, and here EC plus AE is equal to CA by AE. So we will get BA by AD is equal to CA by AE. So from equation number 1 we have AE is equal to AD. So we will put here AE instead of AD, this one. So we will get BA by AE is equal to CA by AE, which implies, and here denominators are same, so we can cancel that denominator. So we will get BA is equal to CA. So this means BAC is an isosceles triangle. So now let's move to question number 32. So question is, in a triangle, if square of one side is equal to the sum of square of other two sides, then prove that angle opposite to first side is a right angle. So given triangle ABC, we will write. So we will write also this AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is given. We have to prove this angle is 90 degree. So we will construct a triangle PQR right angled at Q such that PQ is equal to AB and QR is equal to BC. So now from triangle PQR we have, so we will apply Pythagoras on this triangle. So we will get PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. So this PQ is equal to AB and QR is equal to BC. So we will get AB square plus BC square. So PR square is equal to AB square plus BC square. But AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square from this equation number 1. So we will get PR square is equal to AC square, which implies PR is equal to AC, and let this is equation number 1. Now in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we have AB is equal to PQ and BC is equal to QR. Both sides are equal and PR is equal to AC. We have proved it earlier, and this is given by construction. So it means both the triangles are congruent. So by CPCT we will get this angle B is equal to angle Q. So it means angle B is a right angle. So let's move to question number 33. So question is, prove that sin A plus cosecant A whole square plus cos A plus secant A whole square is equal to 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A. So let's start the proof. So we will take its left hand side. So left hand side is given in the form of whole square. It is of the form A plus B whole square. So here also A is sin and B is cosecant. So we will get sin square A plus cosecant square A plus 2 sin A cosecant A. And here also cos square A plus secant square A plus 2 cos A secant A. Now we will combine the terms to make trigonometric identities. So sin square A plus cos square A इकट्ठा लिख देंगे, plus 2 sin A cosecant A is 1 by sin A plus 2 cos A secant A is 1 by cos A, and cosecant square A we will write 1 plus cot square A, and secant square A is equal to 1 plus tan square A. We will get 1 here and 2 here. After cancelling this, 2 plus 1 tan square A plus cot square A. So we will get 2 plus 2 plus 2 6 plus 1 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A, so which is equal to right hand side. So this is the proof of this question. So let's move to question number 34. Question is, a cone of base radius 4 cm is divided into two parts by drawing a plane through the midpoint of its height and parallel to its base. Compare the volume of the two parts. We have to compare the volume of these two parts, ADE and GCED. So consider the triangle AFE and ABC. So here angle AFE is equal to angle ABC is equal to 90 degree, and angle FA is equal to angle BAC, same angles, and AEF is equal to angle ACB. Because DE is parallel to GC, therefore their corresponding angles are equal. So hence triangle AFE is similar to triangle ABC, therefore the ratio of their corresponding sides are equal. That is AF by FB is equal to FE by BC. So this let this height is h, so this is h by 2. So we will get h by 2 plus h is equal to FE by BC. So it means 1 by 2 is equal to FE by 4. So it means FE is equal to 2 centimeters. So let this is equation number 1. Now the volume of the cone is, we know, 1 by 3 pi r square h. So volume of cone AGC is equal to 1 by 3 pi 2 square into h. So we will get 4 by 3 pi h. So this is question number 2. So now volume of frustum is equal to pi h by 3. So r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 and r2. So here in the frustum, r1 is equal to 2 centimeter and r2 is equal to 4 centimeter. So put the values here. So we will get volume is equal to pi h by 3, 2 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 4. So we will get 28 pi h by 3. So this is question number 3. Now to compare the volume of the parts, we have to find the ratio of two of them. So ratio of the two parts is volume of cone ADE by volume of frustum. So 4 by 3 pi h divided by 28 pi h by 3. So we will get 1 by 7. So the required ratio is 1:7. So we have completed section C of this question paper. In next video we will do section D and complete this question paper. So if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it by pressing the bell icon button. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay home, stay safe.